The number one contributor to unemployment in 2025 has been the Trump administration. They are firing thousands of federal workers, and their actions by canceling contracts and not giving the assistance that they said that they would give to not only foreign countries but here in the United States with people like farmers are going to have a ripple effect in our community, because those dollars aren't going to be in those communities to be able to be spent. And so the places that those dollars were going to be spent, local restaurants, gas stations, bars, nightclubs, comedy places, movie theaters, things of that nature, they're not going to see that business. So not only are we seeing thousands of people being put on the unemployment lines, but we're going to see a ripple effect and see more people lose their jobs as a result of it. And they're not even close to being done yet. Now we're looking at an additional 10,000 people being let go from the Department of Health and Human Services. U.S. Health Secretary Kennedy to cut 10,000 jobs in department overhaul. U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said on Thursday he will significantly cut the size of the department he leads, reducing about 10,000 full-time jobs and closing regional offices. The restructuring, along with previous voluntary departures, will result in a total downsizing to 62,000 full-time employees from 82,000. We aren't just reducing bureaucratic sprawl, we are realigning the organization with its core mission and our new priorities in reversing the chronic disease epidemic, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said. So another 10,000 people on the unemployment lines. Regional offices being closed. More ripple effects being felt throughout our communities, throughout the country. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of federal workers laid off. Tens of thousands of federal workers laid off. Thousands upon thousands of veterans that work for the federal government fired, let go. Where are all of the people in the MAGA community that used to bitch and moan about jobs in this country? So just so that we're aware, during the Clinton administration, during the 90s, Bill Clinton oversaw the creation of 22 million new private sector jobs in 8 years. And people said he was horrible for jobs. Bush came in, and as a result of some of his policies and some policies that had been enacted before he was there, sometimes years and years and years before he was there, but as a result of some of the policies he put in as well, we got the worst recession since the Great Depression, and we were shedding thousands of jobs every month. Obama comes in, rights that ship, oversees the longest stretch of private sector job growth in American history. And people talked about how horrible he was for jobs again. In comes Trump. He plateaus the economy. He oversees the creation of, like I've said a million times, 1.4 million fewer jobs in his first 3 years than Obama did in his last 3 years. Then he ignores the pandemic. We see the economy go off the cliff, and he becomes the first president in I don't know how many decades to have less people working when he left office than when he came into office. In comes Joe Biden, corrects that, gets us back to pre-pandemic employment levels, surpasses that by well over 3 million jobs, and does this in 4 years coming off the pandemic. In comes Trump again, and we're back to people losing their jobs. Thousands of people losing their jobs. It's not going to be too much longer before the federal government is ordering the unemployment numbers to no longer be released. Thousands of jobs. Now, we might see an uptick in some other industries. Maybe. I don't know. We haven't seen the jobs number for last month yet, but what we are seeing is thousands of federal workers being fired and put on unemployment. I don't understand how the far right-wing conservatives cannot see how bad Republican presidents and Republican administrations are for jobs in America. They have been my entire life.